Anybody ever notice that whenever Brennan has to talk and answer questions in front of Dr. Pia, he always ends up mean mugging her? Wonder why that is.
Have you not seen the 5-inch heel she got on? It's got to go somewhere.
Oh, I ain't seen it, but it sounds like he's felt it.
I hope the brother doesn't clinch up.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts.
Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 17, episode number 13.
We appreciate and thank you for your support. So we start off with Brandon and Emily. They meeting up. Last week they had this blowout.
Emily snapped at him because he can't seem to answer questions, with a straight, direct response.
Right.
He doesn't do well with that at all.
I don't know how you're gonna survive a relationship with that attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't looking good for Mr. Divorce. Ain't is not an option, is it?
Not even close.
Mm.
So at one point, he tells her that he apologized for not being supportive and then FaceTiming his boy Richie.
For marital advice, because apparently Richie's been married for a while, and that's who Brennan looks to for advice in this particular circumstance.
Well, I
And
got it.
Richie, from my understanding, is no nonsense. He give it to you straight with no chaser, and that's damn sure what Brennan needs because
Surprised he got that kind of friend because Richie was offering up some really good advice.
no question about it.
Richie told him that sometimes he gets in his head one thing can go wrong and he's hyper focused on the negative and he can't seem to get out of his head.
Yeah, he gets his headspace, and once he focuses on an issue, then he tends to let that issue kind of ruin everything else for him. And Richie also told him that, if I'm not mistaken, that Brennan is not used to having a romantic element in his relationship.
He's telling him to be flirtatious with
Mm-hmm.
her.
Mm-hmm.
To
Yeah,
you
and
know,
even
see?
yeah, and then I guess Brennan, in response to that, he was telling Richie, "Hey, look, we've been hugging a lot more, and what he didn't say was that it was my suggestion, and I haven't really done as much as I said I was going to do in that area
We
either."
find the truth of that when they meet up with Dr. Pierre. Emily said that he didn't want to do the actual assignment.
He suggested they go off on a tangent.
But that was only for the camera.
Right, exactly.
So it probably just happened once.
Yep.
But
And
anyway,
I guess that to him is fulfilling the commitment that he
right.
made. He said, "Don't focus on being stuck." Brennan said that he's stuck, but Emily is a very caring and sweet person. Richie is not really buying it based on the lack of feedback that he's getting.
No, I think Richie have seen how he moves and operates, and
Like, come on,
he's
man.
trying to tell him that, there's another way to move
Hmm.
beyond that. But because he gets stuck, and I guess he likes being stuck at this point, you wonder what his past relationships were. And he seemed like he is not invested in having a meaningful relationship. And that has always been the case for him. But we did see Emily and Brennan going to work out, and they went to indoor
Indoor soccer
soccer.
facility, yeah,
Right.
and Emily got a chance to show Brennan her skills because
Yeah,
he's fleet of foot.
yeah, she got significant foot skills and coordination, and we
Yeah,
find out that she was once with a premier team.
right.
Still got the juice.
She showed him off a little bit for the cameras, didn't she?
She sure enough.
Yeah, she did a dip and a dodge, and she hit that ball and it went right in the goal. And it was
What
like,
do they call that again?
goal!
I wonder if he was comfortable with that. Did you see that he got this little twitch when he doesn't like what he's hearing? He starts either twitching or flinching. The guy has a lot of repressed anger. He should start screaming. Ah! He needs some sort of
Some
release.
release, huh?
Yeah, a lot of things are pent up and tied up and knotted up. That's why Dr. Pia wears her 5-inch heel. Dr. Pia rolls through.
Uh-oh, here we go.
For some reason, Dr. Pia gets in his mix, messes him up every time. So it didn't take long before he started mean mugging her. And off the bat, Emily brings up the elephant in the room.
Pia asks how things are going, and then Brennan pipes up and says,
Great.
"Great, great." And Emily was like,
No,
"Who you in a
no.
relationship with? You
We
with somebody other than me?"
We're doing
Huh?
this today.
Nah.
And Emily breaks down how he moved away from the actual assignment
Right.
that she gave them.
Right.
She asked them a very clever question. She said, "Why do you think that you are being defensive?"
Oh, hell. That's a,
Because
that's
she framed
that's a
that,
trip up question, ain't it?
"Why do you think?" She wasn't going in on him, but she going in on him
Right.
all at the same
Right.
time.
And trying to trip his ass up.
Oh my God. He claimed that because they had issues in the past, he had some problems with her. And then Dr. P asked him, "Well, wait up, hold up.
Wait a
You
minute.
you don't trust her?"
Right. Right.
He wants her basically
To
to keep his
say
mess on down low
and
and
to
just say
co-sign what he's doing.
co-sign what he was doing.
Right.
And once she steps away from that,
Building.
he feels defensive and he doesn't trust her anymore. And she asked him, "What does trust look like for you?" And that's when he mentioned we discussed stuff, and
Yeah, because
then she switches it up on him.
right at that point, I think Dr. Pia was saying that she was experiencing pushback from Brennan at
Right,
that point, right?
right. She asked Emily whether she understood what he was saying.
I think Dr. Pia also said that based on her assessment, both of them are feeling pretty defensive in this relationship right now, right?
Yeah, and
And
that's
Brendan
not.
said this is not the kind of relationship neither one of us want.
Dr. Pia decided that they should just focus now on trust because that is an element that's missing from their relationship. One of many, if you know what I mean, but she wants them to focus on the trust piece.
Yeah, because Brennan was saying he had absolutely no idea where the comments from
Emily
Emily were
came
coming
from,
from.
but he knows exactly where it came
I
from.
was getting ready to say
He
he's
was there
lying,
when it happened.
capping.
He was
Exactly.
there.
He act like he wasn't.
Yes.
Some other character, some other representative other than him that looked like him, talked like him, act like him.
That's named Brennan.
Right, exactly. I don't know who he thought was there.
You can't make it out.
Nah, not today.
I saw something on the internet that Emily said that he was gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's what he's doing. I think when Emily starts speaking up for herself, he's exposed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what he does. He's accustomed to relationships where he is in control. And that's not the case with Emily. She's beginning to come into her own as it relates to this relationship, and she's starting to speak up.
Maybe that's one of the reasons why Brennan said in the course of their meeting with Dr. Pierre that he felt blindsided. I think that he felt blindsided because what's comfortable for him on everything on his terms, and he's okay with that.
Dr. Pia asked Emily that. She said sometimes it feels easier just to say
Say yes,
yes
yeah,
to
uh-huh.
the stuff he said
Right, and to go along just to
and
get
just go along with it because she's getting a lot of pushback that's negative. And we've seen how he looks at her and how he behaves when she doesn't move the way he wants her to
right.
move.
And Pia said that she kind of felt like Emily was holding back.
Yes, I'm glad that she felt brave enough in Priya's presence
Mm-hmm.
to speak up because she doesn't get the opportunity to do that
Hmm.
unless like she was with her girl or she's with the other couple.
Right.
That's why out the gate she made it known to Pia what has been going on, and
Hmm.
that's not what he's expecting. I could say for sure now, I don't think Brennan is Emily's person.
Brennan said that they were building trust, right?
Well, Pia told them to build trust.
Or another component of that is, hey, look, acknowledging that if he does something right, validate that. Don't just focus on what he's doing wrong.
She did say that, and
Right.
that's a valid point
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But the point is, has he done anything right? Maybe Ricky needs to move in, then the brother will get it right.
Something. Something needs to change.
But it's interesting that he has a friend like that who is so clear based on his experience being married.
Yeah, it just kind of seems
Ricky had,
ironic, doesn't it?
yeah, Ricky
That
had to tell the brother, "You gotta be flirtatious."
yeah, man.
It's like, oh my God.
Need to change up your game, your program a little bit. A little bit, man.
He doesn't have a mouthpiece. At least one that is soft and soothing and sexy and romantic and will bring her in rather than push her out. That's why all the talk about divorce is not an option.
Yeah, for the cameras.
You just might be capping, my brother.
Just might be.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Ah.